everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. We're here in Eretz Yisrael. Had a beautiful, beautiful Yarchei Kala with so many parents visiting, learning in the Beis Medrash with their sons. Truly, truly inspirational. And we're reading this week Parshas Vaera as we get ready for a Shabbos in the old city of Yerushalayim. And the Torah tells us that in Pasuk Yud Gimel of Perek Vav, that's 6:13, the Torah tells us, as Hashem is speaking to Moshe Rabbeinu, and Moshe Rabbeinu says, they're not going to listen to me, mikotze ruach mi avodah kasha, and Paro's not going to listen, and the Jews are not going to listen, and what are we going to do? And Hashem says, let's go, let's do this. Pasuk Yud Gimel, the Torah tells us, Vayedaber Hashem el Moshe vel Aaron. Hashem speaks to Moshe and Aaron, Vayitzavim, and he commands El Bnei Yisrael ve'el Paro Melech Mitzrayim lahotzi as Bnei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim. So Hashem speaks to Aaron and Moshe and says, command the Jewish people and command Paro lahotzi as Bnei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim. Very, very strange. I understand that you're going to go ahead and command Paro to release the Jews from Mitzrayim. But what do you mean, command the Jewish people? Vayitzavim es el Bnei Yisrael. That's very, very unusual. So what's the pshat? So Rav Chaim Shmulevitz in his Sichos Musar cites a Yerushalmi. The Yerushalmi is found in Maseches Rosh Hashanah in the third perek Halacha Hey. And Yerushalmi writes that what were they being commanded? The Jews were being commanded something striking. What were they being commanded? They were being commanded about the mitzvah of Shiluach Avodim. That the Jewish people are going to have a chiyuv when they get into Eretz Yisrael. They're going to have slaves. They're going to have avodim. They're going to be Eved Ivri, and there's going to be avodim Knanim. And at certain points in the Eved's experience, after 6 years in Eved Ivri, he's entitled to walk away. He's entitled to be released. And there's a mitzvah of Shiluach Avodim. And an Eved Knani, Yovel, also has the opportunity to potentially get released. This was the tzivur that was commanded to Bnei Yisrael, and in fact it's echoed in the Navi Yirmiyahu, where in Perek Lamed Daled, Pasuk Yud Gimel, the Jews were not so excited about releasing their avodim. It's a hard thing to do. You have an Eved working for you for so many years, such a loyal servant, such a loyal helpmate in the house, and the people were not willing to get rid of their avodim, to release their avodim. And the Navi gives Musa to Klal Yisrael, Perek Lamed Pasuk Yud Gimel, Ko Amar Hashem Elokei Yisrael, Anochi Karati Bris, Es Avoseichem Biyom Hotziosam Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Mibeis Avadim Lemor. I made a bris for the Jewish people when I took them out of Mitzrayim, Miket Sheva Shanim, at the end of that 7th year, Tishalchu Ish Esachiv Haivri, release your Eved Ivri, Ashimach Elecha, Vavdecha Shei Shanim, Vishilachto. We had a bris, we established this already at Tzias Mitzrayim, that you are going to release your Avadim. So do it. Make sure you take care of it. So Chaim Shmulevitz points out the obvious point, but very, very worth making, and that is why now? They're so far away from owning Avadim. They're not going to get into Eretz Yisrael after 40 years in the Midbar, then they're going to settle, then they're going to have Avadim, but now they're in the middle of Shibud Mitzrayim. This is 250 years away, and they're being commanded right now about Shiluach Avadim. I exaggerate. It's not 250 years away, but it's 40 years away, 50 years away, 60 years away, 70 years. It's not happening right now, yet they're being commanded now. Rav Chaim Shmulevitz points out the yesod, and it's so pashut, is right now is when Bnei Yisrael can hear the point. When they go ahead and are landowners, and they're wealthy, and they're slave owners, and now you have to get rid of your slave, that's a really hard thing to do. So I'm not going to command them later. I'm going to command them right now. You're an Eved. You understand the challenges that you have as an Eved, what it means to be working for someone else, what it means to be subjugated to someone else, what it means to follow the whims of a master. You understand how difficult that is. And therefore right now I'm telling you, Klal Yisrael, that in the future you might have Avadim too, and you have to treat your Avadim with respect. You feed them first. You give them the best bed, as the Gemara Brachos teaches us, Daf Yomi, as we just recently read. You take care of them. You release them when it's time to be released. Timing is everything. To be able to hear messages, it's critically important that they're said at the right time. Sometimes, as parents, as educators, we give Musar at the wrong time when it's not able to be heard. Hashem is teaching us a fundamental lesson. is you want to give mussar, you want to give instruction, do it at the right time. Right now, Bnei Yisrael can hear clearly, very well, and be inspired by this mitzvah Shiluach Avadim. Sure, now we get it. We totally get it. Our ears are open. Such a critical message, such a critical point is when we give mussar, when we want to be heard, make sure that the listener can go ahead and hear it. And that's the bris that Hashem made with Knesset Yisrael, is to command them. That's the Vayetzavemus B'nai Yisrael. Right now, when you can appreciate the message I'm telling you now, and Bez Hashem, 40, 50 years from now, that message will continue to resonate because you got it. You understood it. It made perfect sense. So in the future, you'll get it as well. That's perhaps an insight that we have in this week's parasha. Bez Hashem, we should hear our messages. We should be given those messages when our ears are open. We should make sure that our ears are always open so we can hear proper messages. Have a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.